Next up, as we continue along here, we've got only a few left. We're down to the last five. Texas Tech and Washington State. We've got Washington State 1.5-point home favorites, 65.5 the total in this game. I mean, how do you not have red flags about Texas Tech after last week? Holy mackerel! You talk about concerning. That's fucking Abilene Christian at home, really? And you're going to overtime with them, and you're giving up like 50 burger to Abilene fucking Christian at home? Ooh, that's a terrible look. That's a really bad look right there for Joey McGuire and his Texas Tech team. I had to dock them a little bit for that. That shouldn't happen. And they were lucky as fuck to get out of there alive with the win last week. The offense was good. It was solid. What the hell happened to the defense is what I have to ask for Texas Tech. A defense that I thought were making strides under this current coach. Not last week, though, in that 52-51 game. They give up 494 passing yards to Abilene Christian. That quarterback shredded that secondary. Crazy. Morton played a good game. Offense was fine. Defense was abysmal for Texas Tech. So they better sort that out quickly here against a Washington State team that just put up 70 on the board against Portland State in their first game and 413 passing yards in that game. John Mateer, the new quarterback for Washington State, really looked good. 352, 6 incomplete passes on 17 attempts, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. He looked really good. And they're at home again here against a defense that couldn't stop a nosebleed last week. Over's the first thought for me in this game, clearly, if I'm getting involved. You have a Texas Tech offense with an experienced quarterback in Morton. They weren't an issue last week. The Mateer looked really good. Now, yet the under's taking the money early in the week, but they obviously think Texas Tech's going to play better defense, and they're not sold on a Mateer and the Washington State offense based on 70 points against an FCS team. But Portland State's supposed to be a decent FCS team. So I still have to come away very impressed with what the Cougs did on offense last week. So, yeah, for me, this would be Wazoo. The Palouse it's not easy to play in the Palouse, first of all. And second of all, how can I trust Texas Tech in a straight-up win situation on the road with that defense after what I saw last week against Abilene Christian at home? So for me, this is a lean to the Wazoo side and certainly a lean to the over here. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, this is just not the travel spot. I think Texas Tech is going to be pretty good, and I want to back them at home. But I think this is short. I think there's still question marks for both, especially for Washington State in this game. But Mateer, I know it was Portland State, but 352, 5 TDs. If they take care of the ball at home, I think they win this game, especially if they could run it on Texas Tech. And one thing with Texas Tech, I want to see more from this defense. I mean, both these defenses were great. Even Portland State moved it a little bit, but it was just kind of a real big blowout. But man, some of those scores. I mean, when you're up 60, and they have 14, it's like, hey, they get a couple. But yeah, I like Wazoo here. Them at home. This is where place I want to back them. Short number. It seems tricky, and I will dig a little bit more here into this one, but I like them.